Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we'll be big box store plant shopping at the Walmart off of West Plano, Texas. As always, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video, as well as follow me on Instagram at Grow Folds. That is the fastest and most direct way to get in touch with me. If you have any questions about the plants I feature, I would love to connect with each and every one of you. And for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. My name is Richie and I do daily 1-hour plant shopping videos highlighting ways on how to save money on plants, plant care tips, and anything related to indoor tropical plants or outdoor garden plants. But as you can see right here, I actually filmed super early many episodes for our YouTube channel. On Tuesday morning, I woke up at about 5:30 in the morning and drove myself down to West Plano, Texas to see a couple of big box stores. This is one of them, and I haven't been at this Walmart for a while, but I remember going to this particular Walmart because they had a really good selection of indoor tropical plants, specifically by Costa farms and growers bench plants. So we'll see what that all looks like, what we will find, and there's always going to be surprises whenever we go big box store plant shopping. This is why you must go shop with me today to see what kind of plants we will find, things that we can do to save money. And then later in the other half of this video, I will be going to another big box store, Lowe's, out in Frisco, Texas, to go shopping for some more plants. So it's going to be a 2-part episode today. So once I'm done shopping at Walmart, I will drive further up north to go to Frisco, Texas. But before we get into the shopping, I did want to go ahead and talk about Classy Rabbit soil. If you've never heard about Classy Rabbit soil, my first question is, have you ever pooped on your plants? If not, you definitely need to get Classy Rabbit because you must poop on your plants. This is actually 100% naturally sourced ingredients, specifically with rabbit manure and some other things that are amazing as well. So we are going to see what kind of soil we are working with today. So I will be potting up my Aglaonema that I bought from Peta's Planters, a local plant shop in Dallas, Texas. And you can see right here, this soil is a complete soil. It is made by farmers. So you can already tell that this soil has all the nutrients that are required to really establish the roots of the plant. And that's really the main thing that we want to do. It has some natural mycorrhizae, which helps establish the root system. And when you have a strong root system for your plants, that is when your plants are going to really push out some great growth. You can see that it's super chunky. It's got pumice. It's got rice hulls. It's got yucca extracts. It's got a lot of goodness over in this Classy Rabbit soil. You can shop Classy Rabbit. Just go to classyrabbit.com and place your order. They do offer free shipping, but Classy Rabbit will actually be at PlantCon 2025 in Houston, Texas, May 31st, June 1st, and they are doing an amazing big giveaway for a 1-year free supply of Classy Rabbit soil. If you are going to be attending PlantCon Houston, in order to enter, you must go to classyrabbit.com and actually follow the PlantCon order link, where you're going to be ordering or pre-ordering PlantCon for pickup. So you would actually use the promo code PlantCon, where you will be doing your pickup for Classy Rabbit soil at Houston PlantCon. Do not use the Classy Rabbit promo if you are not going to be going to PlantCon, but if you are going to Houston PlantCon, use the pickup or pre-order pickup, and you will be able to enter at least one entry for Classy Rabbit soil. And for me, I will definitely be doing my order. I will show you guys how to place a pre-order and pick up for Classy Rabbit soil. But you can see right there, that was super fast draining, and I use it for all my Aglaonema. They are doing fabulous. So plant foldies, go ahead and shop classyrabbit.com. If you are going to Houston PlantCon, go ahead and follow the PlantCon link to do your pre-order and use the promo code Classy Rabbit, and that gives you one entry to win a 1-year free supply of Classy Rabbit soil. I will ask you, don't you want to poop recoup on your plants for a free whole year. I do. So as you can see right here, Plant Foldies, we are now walking into the West Plano, Texas Walmart. I am excited to see what kind of plants we're going to be finding here. I am not 100% sure. The one thing I did want to highlight about going big box store plant shopping is, as you can see right here, there is nobody really shopping, which makes it a little bit easier for me to go big box store plant shopping. I try not to get people in my videos because I do want to respect privacy for anybody that is out in public, and it's the same thing with the workers. So if you notice, for the year and a half I have been doing big box store plant shopping, you can at least give me credit that I do not get people in the frames, or at least try not to, because I want to respect people's privacy. But we are going to be going to the lawn and garden outdoor section at Walmart, and we're going to see what they have. You can see right there, $38.74. You've got a mixed planter, and they've just got a lot of outdoor gardening supplies. That is something that I've been really investing in because I love outdoor gardening as well. So we're going to be visiting the outdoor garden section as well as looking at the indoor tropical plants. You can see right here that this Walmart is actually really nicely merchandised. Look at all of these grills. Is everybody ready to go barbecue season? I mean, summer is just around the corner. Things have gotten a little bit hot, and let's just look at their patio section. You can see right over here, Plant Foldies. Look at all of these gorgeous patio selections right over here. Makes me want to just redo my outdoor patio and go shopping at Walmart. That's the thing about Walmart. You will find cost-effective plants, cost-effective plant pricing, and just cost-effective everything on anything you want to buy there. You can see right here, this is a beautiful pink blooming anthurium. This is another plant that I feel like is super underrated, because whenever anybody talks about anthuriums or anthurium plants, you know, your aroid addicts, your aroid lovers, they never really put this in their list, even though this is a legitimate anthurium. But as you can see right here, I will go ahead and spin out here and just take a little gander of the outdoor tropical section or the outdoor gardening plants. We've got many different varieties of mandevilla. For instance, this is the Island Bloom series by Costa Farm. So you can see mandevilla flowers. Those are considered annuals where I am based at, which is in North Dallas. But as you can see right here, beautiful Tuesday morning. I am off on Tuesdays, and I just like to spend my time being very productive with my days off. And I'm going to ramble on a little bit and just be a little chattery. Feel free to mute me if you want to just look at the plants, because for those that are new to the channel, I am very chatty. Plant Foldies know this. I know this about myself, but as I said again, I love to be very much talkative. I might be repetitive, but I do want to always be my most authentic self. But you can see right here, Plant Foldies, what a beautiful garden section in the Walmart at West Plano, Texas. You can see there are many different types of plants, from flowering plants to shrubs to rose bushes to vegetable gardens. And you can even see here we've got a hanging basket of wax begonias. These are beautiful begonias. I love the copper bronze look of the leaves, but also I love the pink flowers. It comes in many different colors, but the ones we're looking at are the pink ones. And then we are looking at some of these beautiful vegetable plants. So these are by Bonnie Plants, which is actually a very established vegetable and herb provider. So I have a lot of tomatoes growing, and a lot of my tomatoes are exponentially growing. So I'm happy that I'm able to get all of my vegetables fresh from my garden, alongside with me, you know, loving indoor tropical plants, bonsai, Japanese maples. I also love gardening for my herbs and vegetables. So as far as Walmart is a really good source to be able to get plants at a cost-effective price. I believe you will save money shopping at Walmart. There are many plant products like fertilizers that you can find, for instance, like Miracle Grow. I like using Miracle Grow all-purpose fertilizer, for instance, and you can get it most cost-effective at Walmart. Here is another Island Bloom series that I was talking about, $5.97. These are by Costa Farms, and I love that this is a beautiful, really round, large leaf form of an alocasia. Now, if anybody can give me the specific plant ID D for that alocasia, I'd love it. Same thing with this particular cordyline Hawaiian tea plant for $5.84 by Costa Farms Island Bloom series. Now these are particular tropical plants that you can put in patio spaces where they are away from the hot afternoon sun, where they get morning light and afternoon shade. So as far as all of the plants here, if you are still doing a lot of your outdoor gardening, it is still you've got plenty of time before the heat of summer comes around. I know some of our plant foldies have really been investing a lot in their outdoor gardening, so I am excited about that. And speaking of outdoor gardening, I love to recommend Proven Winners plants. Because you can see right here, these are the Proven Winner Super Tunias, $5.97, and these are performers. Whenever there is a label next to a plant and it is by Proven Winners, you know that you're going to get one that is got a great value for the price you're paying, but more importantly, you're getting a healthy plant. You're going to get a plant that's going to be very vigorous. It's very much more drought tolerant, heat tolerant, because Proven Winners really takes a lot of time in terms of the plants that they are producing for the general public. One plant that I have been really working on trying to get more popularized, aside from Aglaonema, is obviously Coleus plants. So these are by Better Homes and Gardens. This is $8.94. These are beautiful plants. These are plants that most people will associate as an outdoor garden plant, but plant foldies, let me tell you, these plants are amazing as indoor house plants as well. They can live in your household long term. The thing about Coleus plants is that they're super thirsty, so you just have to make sure you are providing them with watering pretty much daily, because they do not like to dry out. Otherwise they get super droopy. In terms of getting more plants out of your Coleus plants, this is another plant that will save you money, in a sense that you don't have to buy lots of Coleus plants. Like, you can take this plant, make it a mother plant, and you can propagate from it. You can literally take the top cutting, stick it directly in soil. You don't even have to water propagate it, and within 3 to 4 days you have a rooted Coleus plant. So that's how super easy it is. And I just wanted to do a quick look around the outdoor section. It looks like they've got a really good selection, but the main event is going to be the indoor tropical section right over here. So plant foldies, join me as we listen to my DJ Bang Beats track. You're on the beat. This is the official dance track for any plant foldie that just wants to have good vibes only, because there are lots of good vibes today. This morning when I went shopping for big box store plants at this particular Walmart, you can see right here, this is a philodendron white knight, and you can tell that this is a philodendron white knight because the petioles and stems have white lining, but it has that brown stem. Now the philodendron white princess has pink and the brown and white margins, but you can see we've got some beautiful plants like this, $19.84, again by Costa Farms, trending tropical plants. And you know, shout out to Costa Farms again. I just want to send good vibes only to Costa Farms. I know, and I will speak on this because a lot of people have been sending me a lot of direct messages about the recent I guess video that was posted about the Costa Farms problem video. I will just say that, you know, everybody isn't entitled to their own opinion. Everybody has the freedom to post social media posts regarding their commentary about a specific subject. The only thing I will tell anybody that is watching this video, and hopefully I don't get blacklisted as well, because number one, whatever concerns were brought upon that particular video, I definitely don't condone that. But I will just say this: before we crucify anybody, whether it is a nursery, a business, a person, a celebrity, anybody in general, let's make sure that we are looking at all of the facts and all of the situation holistically before we make strong opinions. That's all I'm going to say. And then I also want to just encourage everybody again to just revisit your experiences with whatever individual, whatever service or business that you might have come to question on, because to me, that is the most important and telling thing. Because at the end of the day, and I'm not trying to defend Costa Farms, and simply stating my personal experiences with their team and their plants, they have shown nothing but kindness to me. They were so kind to me at PlantCon Houston. and PlantCon Orlando, and my just interactions with them have always been positive. And I mean, you can see that they've made big box store plant shopping very much accessible for the general public. But you can see, as I've given you guys that commentary, can you believe we are finding Monstera Thai Constellations at Walmart at West Plano, Texas for $29.97. That is crazy, considering this plant used to be such a big wish list plant about 5 years ago. Now you can go to a big box store like Walmart. Thank you so much to Wild Interiors, which is basically the person that the nursery that is growing these under the line Growers Bench. What beautiful variegation. And you know, Monstera Thai Constellations have really come down in price, and you know, in terms of that, that's a good thing in my opinion when plants are a little bit more readily accessible. Now, from a business standpoint, I understand that maybe some of the smaller businesses that rely on some of the pricing to be a little bit higher, it might be a little bit more challenging to sell these plants, but holistically for the general public, I would say at least we have these Monstera Thai Constellations to be a little bit more readily accessible, because I believe, and plant foldies, please feel free to tune into the comments section. I believe that Monstera Thai Constellation, any rare or uncommon plant, should not be priced at several $1,000s. My opinion about plant pricing, the value that's placed upon a plant, the reason why people are hyped up about a plant is literally the value, monetary value we place. So for instance, there is a rare Aglaonema called Aglaonema posapati, which I actually did an Instagram reel. It is right now selling for $3,000. And I myself caught myself wanting that plant. But then when I revisited what the plant looks like, it is a beautiful Aglaonema. Don't, get me wrong. It is a beautiful Aglaonema. It is more of an uncommon, super rare Aglaonema. But I think if I were to be honest with myself, the reason why I've even given it even more attention and why I claim for it to be my wish list plant is because it's so expensive. But when I look at that Aglaonema and I compare it to some of the other Aglaonemas in my collection that only cost me like $20 to $30, there's not a big coloration difference to where I feel like it's going to be necessary for me to spend $3,000 US to get that plant. So, that's just some of my insights in terms of big box store plant shopping. Again, I really want to open those conversations up as we go shopping today at Walmart, really bring up those subjects. So hopefully you guys will stay engaged as I give my commentary, because look at this, $19.97, Alocasia Ivory Coast, beautiful Alocasia. And with Alocasias, again, they are one of those plants for me that are a little bit more finicky, a little bit harder to grow in a specific substrate. So for instance, if I grow Alocasia in a semi-hydroponic substrate such as lechuza pond or leca, it is a lot easier for me to maintain the plant versus growing it in straight soil. And that's the reason why I say, just like you shop for plants at different diverse places, whether it's big box stores or local nurseries or online, or better yet, even overseas, it's the same thing with your substrates. If you feel more comfortable using soil substrates, amazing. But if you feel a little bit more adventurous to try out other substrates such as lechuza pond or leca, try that, or even using different types of soils, as a substrate. I always recommend Classy Rabbit, and no, they don't necessarily sponsor me to really promote them. There was one video that they sponsored me because they were very generous enough to provide lots of Classy Rabbit soil for my Aglaonema. But in terms of your soil type, you really want to look at high quality soils, because the soil type you put your plants in is really going to influence the growth of your plant. Now, for instance, this trending tropicals Costa Farms plant right here, this Monstera Stadliana, also known as Monstera Cobra by Costa Farms, $19.98. Beautiful self-watering planter. And as far as self-watering for me, I don't really use self-watering planters for my soil substrates. I use them for my semi-hydroponic substrates. And as far as today, my goals are to complete 3 big box or plant shopping videos, which I did early this morning, I am going to get me some matcha at this matcha cafe called Maiko in Frisco, Texas. I've been wanting to do that. I wanted to edit some more membership only videos for our super plant foldies, and I did want to plug this. I did want to say, for anybody listening and watching, I would urge y'all to invest in becoming a YouTube membership tier super plant foldy. It is literally the price of a cup of coffee, maybe a bag of potato chips, maybe something that is only $2.99, but you get full access to my personal interests, my personal life, my personal lifestyle blogs. You'll get to see the growth of Catriona and Charlotte, my baby hens that I am currently growing. They celebrated today being 15 days old, and they are just growing. So if you want to join my YouTube membership tier, please hit the join button if you're watching this video on a computer. If not, you can always click the direct link that I have pinned in my my comments section to join. Like I said, again, it is only $2.99. It is also the cost of maybe just one indoor tropical plant. It definitely helps the sustainability of this channel, because it does fund the gas money I take to drive from one section to the other, and it also gives me just a little bit of passive revenue for my passive income. So, you know, full transparency, I'd love for you to join the YouTube membership tier. If not, I do have all of these big box or plant content for free as well. But as you can see right here, I picked up a Monstera Thai Constellation, a philodendron painted lady. That one is only for $19.97. I love the fact that we have a lot of these Monstera Thai Constellations readily available. I'm curious if everybody that is watching is a fan of the Monstera Thai Constellation. I am, but there's a couple of things I did want to point out for a Monstera Thai Constellation in terms of the care. Number one, Monstera Thai Constellations are very much prone to root rot, especially when you are growing them in a soil substrate, meaning in their juvenile stages, you do not want to overwater them. You want to water them when the soil is completely dry. You want to make sure that they are in fast draining soil, aka shop classyrabbit.com and get your bag of Classy Rabbit soil. It will be perfect for your Monstera Thai Constellation. And then also Monstera Thai Constellations are susceptible to plant pests such as thrift. So make sure you are spraying it down with a protective neem oil spray. It also likes to be put on a moss pole, a trellis, something that it can support itself, because the natural inclination of any type of Monstera Thai Constellation is to grow up. And as it grows up, a totem pole or moss pole, it will actually develop what you call fenestrations, which are splits in the leaves. In the wild, Monsteras split their leaves or fenestrate because it's reaching for the light in order for it to provide light to the lower leaves that are at the bottom of the plant. So, you know, it's quite interesting to see that. I love the fact that Monstera Thai Constellations, again, for only $29.97 by Growers Bench, which is through Wild Interiors. I love it. I hope that you guys will be able to snag a Monstera Thai Constellation. And another thing I will say about Monstera Thai Constellation is it does have stable variegation, meaning that it will never really revert to green. Now, do you feel like it will have better variegation if you give it bright indirect light? It does not hurt the plant if you do give it more bright indirect light. I do think that it does push out more better variegation. The only thing is, I guess in the nutshell, I would say if you want a higher variegated Monstera Thai Constellation, look for one that has initial genetics where it's already pushing out good variegation, good balanced variegation. So just like the philodendron pink princess, the Monstera Thai Constellation is kind of in that similar boat, except the Monstera Thai Constellation will always have stable variegation. It will never really revert. It is a more faster growing Monstera or variegated Monstera when you compare it to, say, the Monstera albo. And I have to ask plant foldies, why does the Monstera albo still hold on to such a price, a high price? Leave that in the comment section below, and I'm just going to keep picking up some plants and showing you. Let me know what you think about this this Walmart location. I want to say Lowe's because I was shopping at Lowe's before I went to this Walmart. I am just excited that they have such amazing plants to look at here. all of the absolutely stunning variegated plants you can find at this Walmart while going big box store plant shopping. And here is a surprise for y'all. Do you see what I see? This is the Desert Escape by Costa Farm series, a rare and uncommon finds of rare succulents and cactus. Now, I'm just gonna pick up these beautiful rare succulents and cactus because I don't know the plant IDs. What I do know is these are a Walmart exclusive through Costa Farms. This is the Desert Escape series that everybody has been searching for. They have so many rare cactus available, and look at the beautiful shapes that they have. I would assume that the majority of these rare cactus and succulents are going to require lots of bright light. Some of them probably full sun, but definitely lots of bright light. Fast draining soil, and I'm going to go ahead and plug Classy Rabbit again. And yes, for those that want to keep calling me very commercial, I am very commercial because I am very passionate about uplifting, promoting the people that I know personally and really want to see them succeed. And I don't think that there is anything wrong with promoting people of that nature, especially when you know them personally. So Classy Rabbit soil would definitely be perfect for them. These beautiful cactus right here, but I am excited that this is the second Walmart in the DFW market that I was able to find the rare succulent and cactus collection, the Desert Escape by Costa Farms. These are all for $8.97. And I will tell you, I have really been battling plant addiction. And when I say plant addiction, it's not the fact that I love plants. I love to collect plants. I love to grow plants. I love to talk about plants. But it's more of feeling the need to buy every single plant that comes in my way or that I pick up. And to me, that is really something that I want to talk about. Some people have asked me to stop talking about plant addictions, but I do think that it is a subject that sometimes we make light of, but it's actually a pretty serious subject in a sense that if you feel like you are spending so much money, more so than you feel is necessary, then there is some plant addiction. And to me, I've been working on getting better at not spending my money on plants by simply going to a big box store and admiring them, filming them, and enjoying the moment in which I was able to encounter the plant. So, the first step to recovery is through being aware that you have a problem, which I do, and it's not a big deal per se. And then it's another thing to also know steps to make it better. So for me, window plant shopping and just really enjoying the fact that yes, the thrill of finding the plant is there, but yes, I don't necessarily have to buy the plant and still feel like I got an emotional response from the plant or something of that nature that brought us joy. And I'm going to be a little bit chatty today in terms of big box store plant shopping because there are a lot of insights that are, I wanted to share, especially with PlantCon Houston 2025 about to be here in 12 days. I cannot believe that PlantCon will be here in 12 days. For those that are plant foldies that are living in Houston or making a trip there, let's connect. I will not have my mask on while shopping at PlantCon. I will be wearing my Grow Folds t-shirt. So feel free to say hello to me if you recognize me or want to meet up. Please send me a direct message on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @GrowFolds. I pretty much respond to everybody unless you are some type of scammer, and I've seen some people do that. Please stop doing that, or somebody that has ill intentions, I will block you. And that's just really exercising common sense. I always tell people, especially when it comes to social media, please be mindful about people's intent. So for instance, if you get a follow from somebody and they're asking you all of this information and they have only 1 or 2 followers, that is a little bit sketch. Also, look at the people that they're following and look at who they are following. If it's some of the more shady or more sketchy followers, or they're following people that you may not necessarily want to associate yourself with, you might, have some kind of caution. That's, some of my tips for anybody that is trying to navigate social media. I know that I have a more mature crowd, and that's just some of my tips in terms of navigating social media, to where number 1, you're not going to subject yourself to any type of scams. Number 2, you're not going to align yourself to people that may not have the best intentions. And number 3, it's just protecting your privacy and being safe. But as far as being safe with my money, I will tell you, I am so proud that I did not buy all of these cactus and succulents by Costa Farms, because look at how beautiful this is. Absolutely stunning. And, you know, for those that haven't found the Desert Escape series by Costa Farms, $8.96. I hope you guys will get them at your Walmarts. I know that if you are interested in getting some insights on where these plants will be, you can always check the Instagram at Costa Farms. They usually have an Instagram story or a post with the store listing. But for those that are actually huge cactus and succulents fans, leave in the timestamps in the comment section what the plant IDs are. I did want to go ahead and shout out my loyal plant foldie from Canada again, Kathy. We all love Kathy. Please hit the like button if we love Kathy. Please leave a comment that says we love Kathy in the comment section. I know she gave me some feedback last time about really taking the time to show the succulents and cactus, so I am going to be doing that right now, where I'm slowly just picking up the succulents and cactus. Hopefully you are enjoying the textures, the colors, and let's just keep looking at these. I just can't believe I found these rare succulents and cactus. Again, the Desert Escape series by Costa Farms at this Walmart. Again, this is the Walmart in West Plano, Texas, right next to the Dallas North Tollway. It's across the Super Target. If you are also our Target shopper, Target has actually been getting a lot of urban jungle plants. So that's always exciting to just see all of the big box stores really getting a lot of plants in. You know, the springtime, late spring, early summer is also a perfect time to get plants, because a lot of nurseries are really capitalizing on the peak season when it comes to plants. And again, shout out to Costa Farms for just having all of these rare succulents and cactus available. Also for just having some really cost-effective, really budget-friendly plants for the general public. So again, if you haven't already started following Costa Farms on Instagram, follow them, leave comments in the comment section, let them know you are a plant foldie, and use the hashtag popularize Aglaonema, because I'm really trying to ask Justin, who is one of the horticultural people at Costa Farms, to get more Aglaonemas available. I would love to see more Costa Farms trending tropicals for Aglaonema. But right now, let us celebrate the beautiful, rare, and uncommon value of these succulents and cactus, the Desert Escape series by Costa Farms. And so as far as this Walmart, just to sum up what we've seen some gorgeous value, budget-friendly plants, Monstera Thai Constellations, different types of philodendrons. And the highlight for me would definitely be these Costa Farms rare cactus. And I just love the different textures and the shapes. And I'm just going to pan the rest of this. I'm not going to go into full detail about all of the plants here, because I wanted to go ahead and go to the next big box store. But you'll see we've got a lot of Growers Bench and another Monstera Thai Constellation. So this is, you know, location 1 of 2 today. We're going to go to the next location. Now we are going to go big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's off of Warren Road in Frisco, Texas. This is one of my favorite Lowe's to go shopping because it's always in stock. And if you haven't made up your mind, I urge you guys to check out my YouTube membership tier. For only $2.99, you can join and get some more access to some of my personal plants. My house plant tour will eventually make it onto that tier. As always, please make sure you're pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. If you haven't made it already to do that, I would love for you guys, because it does help push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And I really do want to see the plant foldy community grow. It is now around noon when I got back to Frisco, Texas, and it is sunny, it is hot, and I am ready for lunch and also ready to go to Matcha Cafe Maiko. That is another place that I want to visit in Frisco, Texas. I'm actually going to be uploading my food blog in my YouTube membership tier either today or tomorrow for the super plant foldy. So like I said, again, for the price of a cup of coffee, a bag of chips, $2.99, you can definitely gift that to me. It makes the channel a little bit more sustainable. It makes it possible for me to produce this type of content for the general public. But as you can see right here, we are about to walk into this Lowe's location. And I know that I've been doing a lot of Lowe's videos, and the reason being is I love the fact that Lowe's has a lot of plants that are just readily available. You can always see that they have a lot of like Costa Farms plants, Urban Jungle plants, and Live Trends Design plants. And I'm gonna highlight just the majority of indoor plants today, so I can keep this within an hour-long big box store plant shopping video. If you have any comments, insights, please leave that in the comment section as we are about to enter this Lowe's. And foldies, you can see that we have a lot of tropical shrubs. We've got some hibiscus right over here. These are by Costa Farm. So they've got the tri-color or three-color hibiscus and some other hybrids that they've created. And we're gonna go look into the indoor tropical section and outdoor sections as well for this Lowe's. But before we get into that and enter, I did wanna show this.
Hey guys, I'm Janae from Janae Simone.
I'm Steve from I Love Plants.
And I am Richie from Grow Folds, and we are
Cultivation Corner. We are so excited. We have a plant podcast. We talk about any and everything, all things plants, and we premiere every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube at cultivation_corner. So be sure to tune in and watch us.
Follow us also on Instagram, and be sure to share our videos and our episodes with all of you plant lovers. We need more cultivators, right,
Yes.
Steve?
Yes, we do. So what are you going to do? You're going to share the video. That's
have
what
to.
you're gonna
You
do.
have to. Today. All right, guys.
Today.
We'll see you on the next one. Hopefully we can get season 3 for Cultivation Corner underway. We really appreciate all the cultivators, which I would assume if you are a plant foldy, you are supporting the Cultivation Corner with my friends Janae, Simone, and Steven. We've had such a good time talking about plants, but as you can see right over here, I did want to show you guys some of the outdoor patio furniture. It is about to be summer, and you know, hanging out in a shaded patio is always a fun pastime for me. But before we get into the indoor tropical section, I always love highlighting the outdoor sections as well at Lowe's, because you can see right over here, we've got many mixed combination planters. That one is a cordyline Hawaiian tea plant, kiwi, and you'll see that we've got some impatiens right here with some banana trees right over here as well. The thing about Lowe's outdoor sections is, or actually I'll put it to you like this. Whenever you're going to a big box store like Lowe's and Home Depot specifically, their outdoor garden sections are fully stocked and amazing, especially when you're looking at it in mid-spring, late spring, and early summer. You can see here, $19.98. We've got an Epipremnum aureum, or what you call a golden pothos. Easy to care for plant, and that's another plant that you can grow outdoors in a shaded patio. Same thing with this Hydra helix, or I want you guys to say it with me, Hydra helix. The correct way to actually say it is Hedera helix, or the English ivy. That is mainly used for trailing plants. I would not recommend planting it in your landscape in the ground because it is a very invasive plant. I mentioned that in almost all my videos. I mean, you can't watch a Grow Folds video without hearing Hydra helix. I know for a lot of the folks that are not as bought into the plant foldy community, yes, it is cringy, but you know what? Cringe is okay. That means what we're eliciting a emotional response for you. So, you know, I always say, if somebody creates an emotional response, whether it is positive, which is really the intent of all of the plant content I create, or even a negative I guess, reaction, at least you can say that the content I create is relevant. You know, somebody is actually paying attention to it. And like I said again, plant foldies, especially the ones that are very much bought in and dedicated to our positive community, I appreciate you. I hope you guys will always have an amazing day. And I strive very hard. I mean, as you can see right here, I woke up 5:30 in the morning to make this content. So, you know, for those that have left negative comments about, oh, it was an epic fail, Richie is repetitive, Richie is X, Y, and Z, it only further fuels me to continue to deliver daily content, because the ones that love me, the ones that love the plant foldie community will always be there, and that's really what matters. Over here, plant foldies, look at this. This is the first time I've seen this particular Proven Winners Leaf Joy. This is a heart-to-heart caladium. This is called, I think, Snowstorm. Look at how beautiful the white speckling on this caladium is. Now, the thing about Proven Winner caladiums, as I've said before, these caladiums are drought tolerant, and you don't have to dehead them, heat tolerant, and also can be, based on what Proven Winners is saying, is adaptable to be an indoor house plant. So this is actually a caladium snow flurry by Proven Winners. Love it, love it, love it. And this is only for $6.97. I prefer these sizes of caladiums from Proven Winners. I know that at Home Depot right now, they have a big selection of $14.97 caladiums, heart-to-heart caladiums, these hybrids by Proven Winners. But let's continue to look at over here. And I mean, just look at how stunning the leaves are. And somebody mentioned in the comment section in the live premieres that chickens can actually eat caladium leaves. Can we verify and double check that caladium leaves are not toxic to chickens? Because if you have been following my YouTube channel for the last 2 weeks, I recently got some baby chickens, a Barb Rock hen, as well as a Rhode Island Red from a feed store out in North McKinney called Gibo's, and I have loved being a chicken parent. I've just learned so much about chickens, and I'm hoping that I can grow them into full-blown, beautiful beauty queen hens, because they are named Catriona, named after the Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Grave from the Philippines. I love to mention this. It is Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. I am a proud Filipino American. Mabuhay. And to all my kababayans, kamusta? Please leave comments in the comment section. I want to make sure that there is visibility for the Filipino American community. There are a lot of plant content creators that are out there, and I hope to create some content where we highlight a lot of the Filipino American plant influencers in one video. So stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned for all of these beautiful Proven Winners caladiums. Like, I cannot get over the fact that they are just so beautiful. And whenever you're thinking of flowers for the summer, vincas are one of my #1 bets. They take full sun, they are drought tolerant, and heat tolerant, and that just makes them perfect flowers for my grow zone, which is 8B. Absolutely love vincas. I remember my grandmother having a flower garden full of vincas, and they're very prolific bloomers. Here's another Proven Winners begonia right here. This is for $6.98. Look at that peach color on the begonias, or actually not begonias, I'm sorry. These are impatiens. Now, impatiens do need to be more of a shaded area, but as you can see right here, Proven Winners plants continue to just churn out gorgeous, very reliable plants. And let's go ahead and continue to walk around here. Today has been quite productive. I'm really happy that I'm able to film a video in the morning and be able to premiere this for the evening. You know, plant foldies, I really hope that you guys have always have amazing days. Know that if you ever have a rough day, typically I will always have a plant foldie meetup through a live premiere, whether it is a live premiere for a big box or plant shopping video like this, or my newest fascination, and that is live streaming my baby chickens, Catriona and Charlotte. And I know that some of you guys may not be into baby chicken live streaming, but truthfully, I know a lot of you guys are all about doing the live premiere chats. I urge everybody at least to give it a chance if you ever see what I call a pop-up chat room. You know, those old school AOL or Yahoo chat rooms where you can enter and leave whenever. I am trying to bring that old school back and actually have live streams and have these live streams go for more than like 10 hours. So you have a chat room to meet up with some of the plant foldies. You guys can kind of just hang out there. And you can see right here, this is an urban jungle plant that made it in the outdoor section. This is a silver band marantha by Urban Jungle Plants. This used to be a very uncommon marantha, and now it is at a big box store readily available for the general public. So again, I want to just mention this. There is nothing wrong with buying plants from a big box store. Some people are so against buying plants at a big box store, especially for specific nurseries. What I would say is everybody is entitled to go shop wherever they want. But my thing is, with big box stores, they have just really made it more accessible for the general public to get plants, meaning more people are all about collecting plants, growing plants, and that just fosters a larger plant community. I always encourage everybody to just diversify their sources of where they get their plants. The moment of truth, the main event, and that is the indoor tropical plants at a big box store like Lowe's. I will be panning over here and showing you how beautiful this Lowe's location is, how it continues to stay organized and clean, very shoppable. Everything is organized and merchandised to where you are inspired to grow your basket. Sometimes that may be a bad thing, but for me, it's just very inspiring to look at all of the lush green foliage, the beautiful textures of the leaves. And, you know, for plant foldies that are either struggling with stress, I hope that my plant shopping videos continue to be a beacon where we can go hang out here and relax, enjoy, look at the gorgeous foliage, and celebrate the fact that we can pick up plants like this. Costa Farms trending tropical plant. This is a Syndapsis java. Look at how beautiful the metallic silver is. This is actually a wish list of mine plant. This is one for $19.98. Costa Farms trending tropical plant. And again, thank you to Costa Farms again for making these hard to come by plants more readily available for the general public. I would say these plants are definitely budget friendly. Costa Farms plants in general are budget friendly. They have a wide selection of plants. You can either go to a big box store and shop for them. And I mean, geez, this is such a beautiful plant. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if you guys are big Syndapsis fans. Let me know because I love just hearing about you guys. And by the way, if you make a live premiere chat, and the way you can join a live premiere chat is either watching my YouTube videos on the YouTube app on your phone if you have a smartphone, or if you are on a computer, you can see the live chat. I will now start putting up live chat polls. That is one way for me to get to know the plant foldy community. And I love the fact that if you see a live poll show up in the live chat, participate in it. It makes me get to know you guys a little bit better. I love knowing your interests. I'm able to get that instant feedback. And so definitely check that out. $17.98 plant foldies. This is another Costa Farms Lowe's exclusive of a combination planter. So you can see we've got a Fittonia, a Dracaena Florida Beauty, and a Dracaena Marginata. And look at this. This is just amazing that I could walk into any DFW big box store, and for the most part, I would say our big box stores in the DFW or the Dallas-Fort Worth area are always going to be in stock and full of beautiful, healthy looking plants. Costa Farms Monstera Thai Albo for $19.98. And you can see right here, I think that this is a really good plant here, $17.98, because it has a Manjula pothos, a croton, and a parlor palm. So it's a combination planter. I'm not as big of a fan of combination planters, but I am okay for those that want to give that as a gift because it does look really nice. And then this one is an Aglaonema spathonema. This is a very uncommon type of Aglaonema. You can see that it almost looks like a Philodendron hederaceum Brazil narrow form, but it is a beautiful Aglaonema spathonema, and it is on sale for 50% off. Part of me wants to rescue this, so 50% off $19.98. It's not a bad price, and truthfully, this is another Aglaonema you don't see often. If anybody at Costa Farm sees this video, I really do hope that we can connect about hashtag popularizing Aglaonema, really getting Costa Farms to be the trendsetter, because even a huge plant influencer, Sean of Only Plants, even mentioned in his previous video where he showcased Aglaonemas that the United States and even the European plant communities haven't really jumped wind on Aglaonemas. They are colorful, they are easy to take care of, they are drought tolerant, and they just have hundreds of varieties, and we really need somebody like Costa Farms to really jump in and actually create a trend. I would love that. I would love to make suggestions. So if anybody from Costa Farms sees this, please let me know if we can connect. And Plant Foldies, if you are following Costa Farms on Instagram, go ahead and comment, let them know you are a plant foldie, and use the hashtag popularize Aglaonema. Let's band together and really get some excitement going on for Aglaonemas. Now over here, Plant Foldies, we are going to be looking at some Live Trends design planters. These ones are for $14.97 or 95 cents. Beautiful Alocasia Amazonica, I think. If it's not an Amazonica, it's something else, in a self-watering planter. And Live Trends design planters, in my opinion, are the best planters for me because they fit that modern aesthetic that I like for my plants. Now, as far as Alocasias, I love the fact that these Alocasias are becoming more readily available at big box stores and in urban jungle plants. I love urban jungle plants for a couple reasons. Number one, they have very healthy looking plants. Number two, they're cost effective. So this beautiful terracotta planter that's hand painted is for $13.95. And this is a beautiful philodendron. I'm not 100% sure if it's a red imperial or black cardinal, but needless to say, it's beautiful. And take a look at this, $13.95. This is a ZZ Zenzi plant. So this is a ZZ plant, but the more compact version. This is one I would actually like because it stays compact. It is very much low light tolerant and drought tolerant. So when you're thinking about an easy to care for plant, this is one of the top ones in terms of my recommendations for indoor easy to care for plants by Urban Jungle. So we'll just continue to look at some of the plants here. You can see that Urban Jungle has a very earthy, boho, funky plant aesthetic when it comes to their planters. It's more of a natural feel for it. It's like this terracotta planter, for instance, it's not perfect, but I love the fact that it has more of a handmade quality about it. And I also love the fact that it has an Urban Jungle logo etched into it. This is a golden pothos for $24.98. And I do love hanging basket or hanging ceramic plants. They're just a little bit challenging for me to grow because you have to make sure whenever you're growing a hanging basket plant that it's still receiving light from the very top. Now, I'm going to pull out all of these bonsai, or at least pre-bonsai by Costa Farms. These ones are for $18.98. This is a ficus ginseng bonsai. And like I said again, the art of bonsai is basically growing a plant, whether it's a shrub or a tree, into a miniature form of a tree in nature in a shallow container. This one is a Crusala bonsai, $18.98. And I would even say that these are great bonsai pre-stock. And when I say pre-bonsai, it means that yes, it has some initial shapes to be a bonsai, but it's not necessarily wired and styled and actually placed in a more shallow container. Bonsai is a whole new world, and I hope to expose and create awareness for all of the plant foldies. I really want to diversify everybody's taste in plants because I know a lot of you guys are very much into the indoor tropical plants, but I would love to open your hearts and mind to bonsai, the art of Japanese miniature trees, as well as Japanese maples, outdoor gardening, vegetable gardening, succulents and cactus, all of it. So that way, this plant shopping channel is not only just for indoor tropical plants, it's really just to celebrate every type of plant. Therefore, we can have an even larger pool for the plant foldie community. Plant foldies, let me know in the comment section if you are into outdoor gardening as well. Have you gotten into bonsai? what plants you've gotten in the last week. Let me know in the comments section. And again, if you made it this far into the video, number one, thank you so much for tuning in to the video. And then number two, I would hope that you guys would press the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to many plant foldies. That way our community continues to grow. But as you can see right here, I'm just gonna walk around and pull up a lot of these plants. Dieffenbachia for $12.98 by Costa Farms. And you know, with Dieffenbachia, again, if you have pets, it's not a pet friendly plant because it's got very toxic leaves. You want to keep that away from your pets. And then Urban Jungle has this for $19.98. This is in a 6-inch ceramic planter, beautiful anthurium of some sort. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but you know, anthuriums are trending plants. And then we have another Costa Farms combination planter with a Manjula pothos, a croton plant, and a parlor palm. I love Manjula pothos. It is my second most favorite pothos plant because of the variegation, and I really like rounder leaf shapes for my leaves. That's the same thing when it comes to Aglaonema. So let's just continue to pick up some of these plants. You'll see that there is another Ficus lyrata over here, or fiddle fig leaf tree for $15.98. Beautiful pink planter. Love pink planters as well. And you can see another Urban Jungle planter here. This one is for $19.98 in a plastic planter. This one is a beautiful Homolamella Shelby. I love that. It's beautiful. And I think this is such a beautiful plant as well because of the velvety texture in the leaves, and it's got that nice variegation, that green on green variegation. Feel free to leave it in the comments section what you think about the Homolamella Shelby. It's one that I will eventually get, but I feel like that plant will need to be in a semi-hydroponic substrate. And then another Costa Farms Aglaonema. This one is an Aglaonema Electric Lime. Beautiful plant because it's got such beautiful metallic silver foliage. I love the white stems. $15.98. And I ask anybody that has discovered my plant shopping videos, pause, look at that Aglaonema, ask yourself, why don't you have an Aglaonema, and then run. Don't even walk to a Lowe's, a Home Depot, or Walmart. Buy yourself an Aglaonema. Aglaonema are the most beautiful plants ever. I truly believe that they need to be a trending plant. I will be going to PlantCon Houston 2025 raving about Aglaonemas. And even if I am just a not big content creator for plants, I hope that I can utilize my influence to get more people looking at Aglaonemas, because as we've been talking about for months, it is all about that social media presence. Whenever you are talking about a plant, whenever you are showing people about a plant, whenever you are talking about plant care tips and how easy the plant is, I feel like more people kind of jump in on the bandwagon, and it creates a community where people get excited. And I am excited to see that Urban Jungle planters right over here. Look at that. Beautiful square shaped planters. This one is a Philodendron Hederaceum, just a green variety, and this one is for $15.95. Beautiful hanging ceramic planters. You can see that we've got many different varieties. I do like this one, the white with the terracotta underneath etched in. This is a Syndapsis of some sort, and you know, with Syndapsis, they are slower growing as compared to the Epipremnum aureum or pothos plants. But I've been seeing a lot of different varieties of them, lots of variegated varieties. And that's something that I will eventually delve into as I organize my plants. So a couple of updates about my plant collection. So I've been able to maintain my plants. I've been able to consistently water a lot of them. I've downsized a couple of plants. I've made it to where it's a little bit more of a curated collection because, as I've mentioned in a lot of my videos, plant burnout is real. So if you are one of the people like me who is addicted to plants, specifically Aglaonemas, where you just pick up a plant and you have to buy it, just know that for every plant you bring into your home, you're going to have to, you're required to take care of it, pest preventatives, watering it, trimming it down for dead leaves, maintaining its health, making sure that you have appropriate light. And when you multiply that by, say, 200 plants, there's only so many hours in the day where you can really enjoy the plants. And my message for all of the plant foldies today is, does your plant collection bring you joy where you can practice mindfulness? And what I mean by mindfulness is, are you actually able to pause enjoy the moment, look at the leaves, and not feel like you're having to only engage with your plants because you're watering them, you're spraying them down with pest preventatives, you're having to repot them. Literally, I want us to think, do you sit there and actually get to enjoy your plant, or have your plants created a list of plant chores that consume a lot of your time where it doesn't give you joy? If those are any of the factors, I would recommend just kind of downsizing your plants, really assessing what plants you really want to collect, and maybe bringing joy to somebody else by either gifting plants or downsizing it by either purging and selling it to other people. That's really my message, and I'm going to continue to have that type of message for our plant folding community. You know, I treat a lot of my big box or plant shopping videos, like I said again, as almost like a personal blog to give you guys insights. Over the past year and a half doing daily 1-hour plant shopping videos, I feel like you guys have gotten to know me. And while I am faceless on YouTube, you guys already know the reasons why. It's not because I'm hiding anything. It's literally because I want to create a line in the sand where my social media presence doesn't dip into my career, doesn't dip into my day-to-day life. I think a lot of people get consumed into social media where their personal life, their life outside of social media becomes so consumed that there's too much of a direct correlation of one's identity. That's just another thing. And that's why I like to talk about social media, because today, as I actually, went to a matcha cafe house, there were so many people in line for matcha lattes. And the reason being is a TikTok video just made it viral. And that's the thing, right? So much influence is created through social media that I hope that people will still look at the quality of content in social media, understand that social media is a tool, but should not really be the main source of, number one, your news, because there is a lot of fake news. Number two, social media can influence somebody, but always go by your personal experiences at the end of the day. I'm really passionate about that, because as I've gotten into big box or plant shopping videos, I've realized what kind of influence, say, this YouTube channel has done in terms of, say, aglaonemas and popularizing aglaonemas. Just know that as a community plant foldies, we have the power to really, I would say, move the direction of plant content to where it's always going to be a positive experience, a learning experience, a supportive experience. And I know that in the last couple of videos, I've really talked about it because it's very much ingrained in what I've been seeing as of late. And I've also been seeing a lot of these like Hydra Helix. You could see that I've been picking up a lot of these plants. And as far as Lowe's, again, I would say Costa Farms plants. It's pretty much prevalent that you will find Costa Farms plants at Lowe's. There's a lot of Costa Farms exotic angel plants. And while a lot of people have strong opinions, whether it's positive, and hopefully it is plant foldies, or negative toward Costa Farms, just know that all of the plants that are in our plant collections, Costa Farms has made it possible in some form or fashion for them to be more mainstream and readily available. There are places where you can source out your plants, but for me, it's a little bit more convenient to be able to go to a big box store and find this Hydra Helix and see that it is only for $5.98. And it's just amazing how many English ivy varieties there are available by Costa Farms. It has become a plant foldie staple. I'm still curious, plant foldies, who is doing the Hydra Helix challenge, where you take a English ivy, bring it to your home, and count how many days you can keep it alive indoors without getting spider mites, because you already know it is a spider mite magnet. Update on my 2 Hydra Helix. I failed the Hedera Helix challenge because I had to take mine outside. They're doing fabulous because they have just pushed out so much growth. I just can't grow English ivy indoors. Now, as far as growing another plant, I have been looking at this plant right here. This is called a flame violet, $16.98 by Costa Farms. This actually pushes out beautiful, colorful blooms. I believe the blooms for this one is red. I love the metallic leaves, but this is a prime example of a plant I have been looking at for several months, probably 6 months, but I have not bought it because I feel like I don't have, number one, the space for it. Number two, while it is a beautiful plant, it's one that I can just admire at a big box store. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody from spending money on plants. I say support big box store plants, support local nurseries, support the plant community business. All I'm saying is, if you feel like you can't grow the plants because you're already inundated with so many plants, I would say it's okay to go window shopping. It is okay to look at these plants. It is okay to celebrate the fact that we can still go to a big box store and admire all of these beautiful Phoetonias, for instance, by Costa Farms. These are not going to be growing and going anywhere because Costa Farms always churns out lots of supplies of these big box store plants. The one thing I do want to celebrate is the fact that this community has grown to the point where I can see random acts of kindness. And I'm going to go ahead and shout out Angelique again and David for getting 10 random plant foldies YouTube membership tiers. So there is an option where if you are already a super plant foldie, or if you're somebody that doesn't necessarily want to commit to a membership but wants to give joy to another plant foldie by making them a super plant foldie, if you click the super sticker button, which is the $sign, and a super sticker, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, is a monetary tip that you can provide any YouTube content creator. I appreciate those as well, and I am thankful for those that have randomly left super stickers for us. But there is an option called YouTube gifting, YouTube membership gifting, where you can pay for 5 memberships and YouTube will assign them to some of the plant foldies. So definitely check that out. And again, shout out to Angelique and David for doing that during a live stream. Hopefully maybe more people will consider doing that, because that would be amazing, so you guys can see some of the more exclusive membership only content. And then speaking of exclusive, I just think that Hydra Helix is another exclusive term to the plant foldie community. In the comment section, I asked the plant foldies, what are some other exclusive plant foldie terms or interests that we have? Now over here, I am going to just be finishing off some of these trending tropical plants. You can see right over here is a Xanthosoma for $19.98. I had one, but it was on the verge of plant heaven, so I ended up giving it away. And then look at this Dieffenbachia, $15.98, self-watering planter by Costa Farms. This is another budget-friendly plant. It is a plant I would say it's still a bit harder than, say, an Aglaonema. It's interesting because Dieffenbachia come from South America, Aglaonema come from Southeast Asia, and they both look very similar, except their care tips are different. Aglaonema can tolerate lower light conditions. Dieffenbachia need bright indirect light all the time. So very similar foliage look, but different environmental requirements. And I'm just going to keep showing you guys a couple more of these plants. This is another Hydra Helix. This gold baby ivy is one of my favorite English ivies because I love the yellowish variegation. I love the leaf shape, and this one is for $8.98 by Costa Farms Exotic Angel Plants. I do want to ask the plant foldies also, for anybody that has recently acquired any Costa Farms plants, leave in the comment section what you have bought from Costa Farms. Have you bought Costa Farms plants online on their website? I would recommend doing so as well, because if you can't make it to a big box store, Costa Farms ships plants pretty healthy. I've actually bought a Manjula pothos when they had them in 6-inch planters, and mine is doing extremely well. I've been tempted to purchase, say, this red Marantha again, $20.98. And what I've mentioned before is you can still enjoy the plant without having to buy the plant. Like this Glauca, I love the small textured leaves. It's just not for my plant collection, but I can still appreciate the beauty of it. I think that is one quick way to save money on plants. You know, other ways to save money while going shopping at a big box store is, say, downloading the Lowe's app, the Target app, or the Walmart app, Home Depot app. That loyalty program, joining those loyalty programs from big box stores, you can get coupons, they can price match. There's a lot of things when it comes to just enrolling in any loyalty programs, and obviously looking for any online coupons that these big box stores have. That's one way that I've cashed in on some savings. And whenever we go big box store plant shopping, I always try to give you guys tips on how to save money. Now, this is another beautiful plant. This is a Polynesian ivy, and this is another example of a plant that I should have bought maybe 6 months ago, but I have yet to buy it because I just feel like I'm buying plants left and right, and I am not able to truly appreciate them in my indoor space. So I would rather just go plant window shopping and just admire this one, even though this is super tempting, as in, like, look at how full this hanging basket is for $20.98. But I am actually saving a lot of my money for PlantCon Houston 2025. I am excited to show you my plant haul. I am excited to show you what I'm going to be shopping for at Houston PlantCon. So stay tuned for that content. I truly believe that my YouTube channel has some of the more longer format content when it comes to PlantCon. So definitely check out the playlist if you're curious to see PlantCon. And I don't know, plant foldies. Every time I go to Lowe's, I'm always looking at this ginkgo planter. Should I eventually just buy it? I just love that plant, but I just haven't gotten that. So we'll see what that looks like on the next kind of shopping videos I do. And then over here, this is a Live Trends design planter. Beautiful neon pothos, my favorite pothos of all. This is for $16.95. What a healthy looking plant. Just make sure you give it a lot of bright light in order for it to really give you that neon coloration. And as I spin around here, we're gonna look at just a couple of more plants before I wrap up this two-part big box store plant shopping video. Hopefully you guys have seen some amazing plants, rare variegated plants like that Monstera Thai Constellation, the Desert Escape rare succulent and cactus by Costa Farms, and easy to care for plants like this Epipremnum aureum golden pothos for $16.95. You've got a couple of more hanging baskets here. And hanging baskets, as I say in all my videos, I prefer the 6-inch hanging baskets versus the 8-inch. And then look at this. Costa Farms actually released some Costa Farms tiny plants. These are for $2.95. This is a Photonia plant. I hope that Costa Farms will actually release more tiny plants by Costa Farms, because that is another way to, you know, add plants into a small space because they don't take a lot of space. And then you can see right here is a jade pothos, and even though it's just a green pothos plant, look at how beautiful and shiny the leaves are. It's an easy to care for plant. Pothos are another plant that I hope everybody will get into. You know, there is a Filipino American content creator on Instagram. His name is Junie Plant. He is a fellow kababayan, or the translation would be countryman, and he loves pothos plants. So seeing plant influencers really use their platform to influence people for the more common or easy to care for plants, I think it's amazing. And I hope that you guys will also get into pothos plants. Same thing with the Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil right here. This is by Live Trends Design, and you can see that it is the head of David, and you can see that this one is a Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil. It's not my actual plant aesthetic, but I really do love the look of it. And then as far as all of the plants we're seeing today, plant foldies, let me know in the comment section which ones you like and which ones you'll add to your collection, because as I spin around here, look at this, there's just so many golden pothos here. That is an easy to care for plant, and another one I would recommend. Same thing with that Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil, $16.98. This is one of my favorite philodendrons. Look at that beautiful variegation, and what I love about it is it's an easy to grow plant, and one that's not going to bring you a lot of stress. It's very important for me to really showcase the easy to care for plants, the budget friendly plants, the plants that are going to save you money. And as I wrap this video up, take a look at this. Another fun big box store plant shopping video brought to you by me for the plant foldy community. You can see that this Lowe's is packed with some gorgeous plants by Urban Jungle, Costa Farms, and Live Trend Designs. Let's all go shopping at a big box store. Go ahead and download the Lowe's app and join the Lowe's loyalty program. You will get some amazing Lowe's deals. I promise y'all I've saved a lot of money. And if you're not a super plant foldy, join my YouTube membership tier. It is only for $2.99. It is the price of a cup of coffee or maybe a house plant. And as always, this is Richie at Growfolds. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the videos on the top left and bottom left corner for more content. Bye.